Hi everyone, I'm Adam Brady of Straight Blast Warrior JKD and RevisedReality.com. Welcome back to Kettlebell Basics. We're on to our fifth exercise, and this is the press. So this is a real powerhouse movement for your upper body. It's great for building your shoulder strength, that whole bracing effect. And it's very easy to think when you look at the press initially, oh, it's just for your shoulders. Yeah, it's going to help your shoulders. It's going to be great for your shoulders. But it's not just your shoulders. Your whole body is involved. If you remember, as I mentioned earlier, all the kettlebell exercises really leverage as much of your muscle tissue as possible. So this is a full body exercise. You're really pressing, driving the weight up, using everything that gets tight and strong and braced. And you'll really feel this. It's not just sitting in a machine or holding dumbbells and shoulders are getting isolated like this. This is your whole body that's helping to drive that weight up. So the kettlebell press is built upon the clean. So we have to get up into that rack position. It's from there that we go up into the press position. So just a few things to understand about the nature of the press and how you want to think about it. As I mentioned, with like a dumbbell press or barbell press, you are in a safe position, either seated or standing, and you're isolating just the shoulders. And it's that tendency that we talked about with the get up, where your shoulder coming out of the socket and it just being this movement right here. The kettlebell press is really about engaging your whole body. So think of it as if maybe the ceiling was lowering down on top of you and you had to push to prevent it from coming down any further. And you're bracing your whole body so you keep your shoulders in their sockets. You're pressing your body down away from the pressure of the kettlebell as opposed to thinking of pushing a weight up. It's just a different mentality, but that slight difference in how you think about it can adjust your form. And you'll see what I mean once you start doing this and you're getting comfortable with this movement. So if you are just new to this movement, you may want to use a slightly smaller kettlebell, something that feels better for your shoulders, because this one is going to, even though it is a full body exercise, you're probably going to fatigue your shoulders faster than you would with some of the other exercises. Like a kettlebell swing, you can just go and go and go, and your whole body, you're drenched with sweat, everything fatigues at pretty much an even curve. But when you do the press, you may feel that your shoulders are getting hit a little bit faster, so you may want to use a slightly smaller or lower weight in the beginning. And I'm going to do that just so you can see the proper form, because I'll be probably doing a lot of these during the course of the video. So let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to start, I'm going to come up into rack position, clean it first. So clean, and then I'll get in position and I'll continue up for the press. So as usual, behind the kettlebell, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, so you got that warm-up space. Good base, sink your heels down, neutral spine, hinge your hips, reach for the kettlebell, arm out. Good position here to have this whole body brace, balance, and structure, because what you're doing here with this hand helps to engage the lat on this side. If you keep it loosey-goosey, then this isn't going to get as much tension. Now you want that, because that's what makes this a whole body exercise. So hinge, arm out, grab the kettlebell, hike it back, clean. Now once you've got it here, get your position good, feel that base. So all this is a drive of the kettlebell up. It has a little bit of a curving arc as it comes up. Opposite arm out, take a deep breath in, and press. Get a good lockout, trying to keep my shoulder in its socket. There's a tendency to shoot it up too high, but you see the difference there. And then lower it back down to rack position. Okay, again. Lower, and one more time. So you can't see behind the shirt, but everything is tight and strong and braced. This arm is strong, whole body, everything is good and firm and locked up in this position. So, as we've talked about, two different types of kettlebell movements primary. You have the ballistics, and then you have the grinds. This is another grind. So the other two grinds that we've already done, the goblet squat and the get up. This is also a grind, so you hear my breathing is different. The clean is a ballistic, so it's a, and then we'll switch over to the press, which is a, and then lower it back down. The breathing is really important, because what you're doing is using a nice, strong, controlled exhalation to help drive as you go up, and then kind of brace and keep everything strong as you lower back down. So once again, the movement as your arm comes up, you're starting in rack position here, your arm is going to come out just a little bit. It's going to circle and then bring itself up so your bicep comes up right up next to your ear. It doesn't have to touch, but it's right in here, and you've got this nice, good, locked out position. It's okay to lock out your elbow. A lot of traditional weight training says don't lock out your elbows. This, in kettlebell training, just like I may have talked about during the get up, this is what keeps your power chain strong. If this bends, you leak energy. So you want to keep it strong as you drive up and get that locked in and then lower it back down. So that's the idea, the basic mechanics of the press. Once you have it in rack, press, engage. You should feel your back engage, you should feel your core engage, glutes, legs, everything. So you're driving up, your feet are gripping the floor. It's like you're pressing down. Now you want to avoid the tendency to lean. That's not this particular exercise. There are versions of the press where you would be leaning. This is not one of them. You just want to keep yourself nice and strong and boom. Take it up and then lower it down. You can bring your eyes on the bell if you like. And what you want to make sure is that you keep your wrist in this position straight as you go up. Just like when it's in the clean, you want to press it so the kettlebell is resting right here safely and you're not bending either way. You want to keep it in a good, safe position. So once again, just so you can see it, I'll go on the other side. Hike, let's do a swing, and then clean. Ready to go. Take a deep breath in, and then again. One more. And hike it back. And park it. So something to keep in mind, you've got two options when you do the press. You can either clean it and press for repetitions, kind of what I've been doing here, or what I typically do is a clean and then a press. Switch sides, clean, press, or just do reps on the same side, but it's always a clean and a press for me, just because I want to get the snap and then the press. And this is good for several different reasons. One, it's bouncing between the ballistic and the grind, and it's also shifting your breathing mechanics as you go. And you'll see this in one of the combinations we do later, but the idea is that you're going so you're going powerful, explosive breath, followed by a slow, controlled breath. And this is very good for martial arts training and for different things that you may encounter, whether it's athletic or just life in general, where you have to have that slow, controlled, forceful exhalation kind of married to a more explosive breathing at the same time. So they go hand in hand. So what this would look like, if I was just going to do reps back and forth, obviously, as always, I know I say it again and again, but it's really important that you always get yourself in a good starting position, because when you get in the habit of being here 1.5 feet or so behind your bell, sink your base, feel rooted, feel your heels press down into the ground. The more you do this, the more you're building neuromuscular pathways and habits that will become natural for you. Like you said, for me, not hinging at the hips whenever I bend down for something anymore just feels so strange, because I've done it so many times. You need to do it so many times that you never ever put your safety at risk when using a kettlebell. So in position here, hike down, grab it, hold on, and here's a swing, and let's go clean, press, lower back down, and again, clean, press. Let's do two on the opposite side. Switch swing, swing, here's a swing, clean, press. Let's do one more clean. There's the press. Lower back down, hike it back, and park it safely before you come back up. So that's how you can do the clean and press together, or if you prefer, you can just come up and clean, press for however many repetitions you feel comfortable with. Be careful in the beginning. As I said, shoulders are going to get tired probably before the rest of your body. Now this is great because it's going to build amazing shoulder strength and definition, but take your time, be very careful. Like I I have a little bit of a shoulder injury on my left side, so I have to be very, very mindful of how much I'm pressing, how long I'm pressing, so I can be safe with my body. So you listen to what your body's telling you, but remember to get your whole body into this movement. Just don't sit here and press out shoulder presses. That's not the idea behind this movement at all. You really want to be mindful, you really want to be present, focus on what you're doing. If that means looking at the bell as it goes up and ups, hands out, you just want this really strong form. You want to feel warrior strong. I mean, that may sound goofy, but that metaphor, I'm just thinking about how keeping everything tight and strong and powerful, that really helps your body to inhabit that mentality and get strong, and really everything tightens up and you've got a very, very powerful movement. So practice the press, take your time. As with all of these movements, practice, practice, practice. Take your time. Don't worry about getting a workout so much, because just in the practice, you're really going to feel the movements become your own. And then once you've got them and you're comfortable with them, then you can put them together in combination, or you can do large, long sets of however many you can fit in. You can work on ladders and so forth. So just find what's going to work best for your body. That's so, so very important. I don't want this to be the type of experience where you just kind of get in there and you're not paying attention and you end up hurting yourself or you don't get anything out of it. So really be mindful of your movement, have fun with it, and work that press, and before you know it, you're going to have super strong shoulders, a super strong core, and it's just great upper body strength overall. So enjoy that, practice it, and I will see you in the next video, which is the snatch. Thanks for watching.